Right, what is up guys, here on the TomClancyCentral channel. My name is James, guys, on the video here today, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what new game modes I would like to see introduced to Ghost Recon Wildlands PvP in the near future. If you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and well, let's just get right into it. So, at the moment, I'm sure you guys are aware that there's only one game mode in PvP currently, and that is the 4v4 team deathmatch, where you have the Recon Tower in the middle as the only real objective. That's all well and good, but it's team deathmatch. In a game such as this, it's going to get a little bit stale, where you don't have any sort of like vehicles or streaks or anything like that to call in. It's not really going to hold people's attention for a massive amount of time. So I'm hoping with the first title update, and with title updates further along the line, they're going to be introducing more and more game mode. There's already been suggestions that there's going to be a hostage game mode. I watched a video by Carbonmeister, you can check it out on his channels from a few days ago, that there's going to be a hostage type game mode where you have a defending team who have a guy like trapped in a cage, who's like an AI character, and the attacking team, who spawn on the opposite side of the map, have to escort him out to a certain area. I don't know if it will be like in Rainbow Six Siege, where if you kill the entire enemy team, that's it as well. I don't know. But that could be pretty cool, and I thought I'd just sort of go through a few other game modes that I think would be cool. Now, bearing in mind, I'm not going to be talking about a Battle Royale game mode in this, because that doesn't fit with the current 4v4 dynamic we have, although it would be cool to see that, and I can do a video about that in the future if you guys want to. I'm purely going to be talking about stuff that is 4v4. The first sort of thing I'd like to see would be something like bomb diffuser, like you have in Rainbow Six Siege, or search and destroy, like in Call of Duty. I think this could be really cool. I think it adds in a really nice objective play, and it has definite sides. Like, it's not, okay, just try and kill people, your spawns are kind of irrelevant. I think the main problem I have with the TDM version of this game is that there is no real objective. Yes, the Recon Tower is useful, but it doesn't really last very long, and there's nothing really to try and get people to come out into the middle of the map where all of the action is. And I think that's a bad thing. I think we would really benefit from having game modes with objectives, and I think S&D or Bomb Diffuser or whatever really does help that. I'm not entirely sure how they do it in the current maps. They could potentially just whack some bombs down in the middle. Or they could make new maps, or they could take new areas. I think it's the sort of thing that could potentially work better indoors. So like in Siege, obviously you go into an area where the bomb, where the target is, and you have to plant the bomb and all that sort of thing. That could be a way of doing it. Or you could simply have it where you have the two bomb sites in the middle of the map and they have to be defended. One thing I'd be worried about with that would be they just kind of like have it so there's an easy line of sight for the snipers by the bombs. That would be annoying. But all in all, I think that could be a pretty good game mode. Another thing that could be quite cool would be a King of the Hills sort of thing, or like Hardpoint, because that would be something slightly different to just sort of having two distinct sides. I think there needs to either be a very clear attacker or defender, or there needs to be it needs to be really versatile and really fluid as a game mode. And I think Hardpoint could work pretty well with this. Again, I'm not entirely sure how they'd implement it, if it would be exactly like it is in Call of Duty. I don't know, but again, I think that could be something quite cool to be implemented. I think a secure the area type game mode, again, it's kind of similar to Hardpoint, but I think like the one they have in Rainbow Six Siege, the actual name of it is completely, like, I just can't remember it right now. But if it's sort of like, okay, there's this room that you have to get into, you have to clear it out, and you have to secure it, and if you do that, you win. If you don't, and you all die, then you lose. That, again, I think it'd be something really cool, because it really funnels people together, and it forces people into gun-on-gun action. The one thing that people might get worried about with that is that snipers kind of become irrelevant, but they're so prevalent in the TDM mode. If you want to go and snipe, you can just go and do it in there. And if you're good, I'm sure there'll be ways in games such as Search and Destroy or Hardpoint where you can play a really important role for your team in those game modes. I think we've seen skilled players in other games can certainly do that. There's no reason why you can't do that in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I don't think a game mode like Domination would work in this sort of game where you have like the 3 flags, you have to go and try and cap as many as you can. There's 4v4, I don't think it would work with that. There's not enough people. It would just kind of be ghost capping flags the entire time. I kind of like to see something with vehicles in there, whether it be a convoy escort. I think that'd be really cool. Kind of similar to the hostage escort, but it's sort of like you have to get into a truck and you have to go and drive it back to your base. And if the enemies can blow up the truck, or they I don't know, they'd probably be respawning this. I think that would work a hell of a lot better with respawn. But if the attacking team has to infiltrate a base, they have to get in the truck and they can have to drive out to a designated area. The truck has health. If you run out of health, the defenders win, and there's a time limit, and if you can't get it out in time, again, the defenders win. If you escort it, then the attackers win. I think that could be a really, really cool game to have in as well. Obviously, there are loads more options, but I'm not going to go into massively in-depth with all of them. What other ideas do you guys have for new game modes for Ghost Wars PvP? Leave them in the comments section down below. Thank you again so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. If you want more Ghost Recon Wildlands videos, there are quite a few on our channel page at this point in time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.